Traditional fitness influencers love to promote fitness as something which should take up your entire life. Working out 6 days per week, staying in the gym for an hour to an hour and a half each time, eating every 3 to 4 hours and tracking each and every calorie and your protein every time. For 99% of people, this is extremely unrealistic. A lot of people have jobs, they have families, they have things going on which cause stress in their life. And for you to just be expecting people to put this amount of time and effort and dedication into fitness is just unrealistic for most people. And it actually ends up having a net negative impact because your motivation is going to go down, your enjoyment for working out in the gym is going to go down. And overall, it's just something which is going to take up and consume your life rather than actually add to your life. So in this video, I'll go over exactly why 3 workouts a week with just 45 minutes in each workout is actually all you need to build a significant amount of muscle. And when I switched away from working out 6 days per week and I started working out 3 days per week, I actually started to make a lot more gains and my progress actually went up. So the reason why I think that working out 3 days per week is better and more beneficial is because it's just going to work around your life for 99% of people. If you're someone who has a full-time job and then you're working out 5-6 days a week outside this, which is what I used to do. When you get home and when you realize you have to go to the gym each and every day, it just starts to become draining and your motivation starts to go down. This just leads to you putting in a lot less effort in the gym because it's not something which you're looking forward to, it's not something which you enjoy, and a lot of times you actually don't want to be there. You're just there because you feel like you have to. And I found that this is exactly what happened to me. And when this happened, I just had so much less strength and so much less energy to give into each and every workout session. And my progressive overload kind of stumped and I wasn't making any progress. And my gains in the gym for even like 2 years straight didn't really go anywhere. I wasn't really lifting more weight. I wasn't making any more progress. And if your strength isn't increasing, then you're not going to be building muscle. It doesn't matter how many times a week you go to the gym. So that first reason is really important because if your effort's lower, your motor unit recruitment's going to be lower, so your ability to actually improve your strength and get better and stronger in the gym is going to go down. And it's just so much less motivating. It's also going to lead to a lot more injuries. And overall, the process is just so much less enjoyable. And if you think about people who are actually going to make progress in something, it's people who can stick to it consistently over a long period of time. So if you take someone who works out 6 days per week, doesn't enjoy it, isn't motivated to train, they're going to start missing sessions, they're going to start being inconsistent, they're probably going to burn out, and they might have a few months or weeks where they just stop going to the gym altogether. And I know this because this is exactly what happened to me. Whereas when I switched this model to just a 3-day session per week, I just found that it's something which I knew I could stick to for 10, 20 years in the future. And it's something which I could do for the rest of my life. Because it just made the whole thing so much more sustainable, more enjoyable, and I actually started to look forward to training. There's also been some research now coming out that working out on back-to-back days is really ineffective. Because once you've created muscle damage on a certain muscle, even if you change up the muscle group you're working the next day, your central nervous system is still going to recruit less motor units towards that working muscle because it's still allocating resources to the muscle group you were working the day previously. Because fatigue can actually happen on a spinal level as well. So therefore, if you're working out back-to-back days, you might find that your strength is going to be compromised severely because this is what happened to me. I just found that my energy wasn't really there and my strength in the gym was kind of compromised because my central nervous system wasn't activated and I hadn't fully reset and recharged, and therefore my ability to just lift more weights, progressive overload, was compromised. So when I switched this back, I had a day of rest in between and I just worked out Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Every time I went to the gym, my strength just continually went up and my progressive overload started to take off. My final point is that working out more than 45 minutes is really not really doing anything for you. The first set that you do in the gym is going to offer the most amount of muscle building stimulus out of any set. And then as you accumulate fatigue throughout the session, each and every subsequent set offers less and less stimulus than the previous set. So this tells you that as you continue working out and as you do more and more sets, they just become less and less productive. and your workout as a whole becomes so much less productive because of this. And in addition to this, a lot of times working out past 10 to 12 sets per workout is just going to have a net negative impact because it's going to cause so much fatigue, and therefore your ability to string together subsequent productive sessions in the gym is going to go down because you still haven't recovered the next time you're going into the gym. So if you're training more than 45 minutes and if you're doing more than 8 to 10 hard sets in a session, then you're really just holding yourself back and kind of handcuffing yourself from actually making progress. So this is why working out more than 45 minutes isn't really doing anything for you. And it's a lot more productive to just take 10, maybe even 12 hard sets on 3 to 4, maybe 5 exercises and just do these intently. Instead of thinking about volume being the best thing you can do, think about increasing the intensity, because real growth comes in those last few reps as you get closer to failure. This is called effective reps, and the last 5 reps in each and every set you do is what really stimulates growth. So many people think that they need to do more than they actually need to do, and this leads to them cutting rest times shorter and then doing more volume. And all this really does is create fatigue without actually leading to muscle growth, because your strength is going to be compromised if you haven't rested properly and if you're bringing over fatigue from subsequent sets. So this is something I've been doing recently, and it's just really helped me take off. And when I started implementing 45-minute sessions, just cutting my exercises to 4 or maybe 5 and just doing 2 sets per exercise, but going it hard and intense and pushing close to failure, I found that each and every time I was going to the gym, I was lifting more weight, I was progressively overloading, and I was increasing the amount of mechanical tension my muscles were under, which just led to me making a significant amount of muscle growth in a short period of time. So that's why working out 3 days per week with 45-minute sessions is really all you need. It's more than enough for you to make a significant amount of muscle in a short amount of period and time invested in the gym. And if you find you do this, you're going to find that you have more time for hobbies, your life's more enjoyable as a whole, and you start looking forward to going to the gym instead of resenting it.